In this video, I'm going to talk about fractional and negative exponents. So let's just take a look. If I would have had something 4 to the 1/2 power, what that really means is the square root of 4. And we know that the square root of 4 equals 2. Let's do 8 to the 1/3. What does that mean? That means actually the cubed root of 8. And what that's asking for is what number multiplied together 3 times to give me 8? That's 2. Now let's look at 8 raised to the 2/3 power. Well, what I want you to realize is I can rewrite this. I could have said 8 to the 1/3 squared. And the reason I can do that is because this 2/3 is now written as a power to a power. And if I'd multiply 1/3 times 2, I am going to get 2/3. So I can rewrite that. Now using that and using what I did above, that equals the cubed root of 8 and all of that squared. So what is the cubed root of 8? That's 2. And then I have the square, so then I would have 4. So what it's asking for is this, is what number multiplied together 3 times gives me 8? That's 2. I need 2 of them multiplied together, so 2 times 2 is 4. So let's take a look at what if I had 8 to the 3/3. Well, hopefully in your head you're saying, well, 3 over 3 is 1, so 8 to the first power is 8. So let's just rewrite it here. So if I'm looking, that would have been 8 to the 1/3 cubed, which would be the cubed root of 8 cubed, which cubed root of 8 is 2 cubed, which does give me the 8, so it is holding. What if I did 8 to the 4/3 power? Here's what it's asking me. What number multiplied 3 times gives me 8? That's 2. 2 to the 4th power is what it's asking for, but let's go ahead and follow our pattern. That would have been 8 to the 1/3 to the 4th power, which gives me the cubed root of 8. Raise that to the 4th power, which the cubed root of 8 is 2. 2 to the 4th power gives me 16. Now, we're going to go from there. What if I do something like this? I'm going to put a fraction here. 1/27th, raise it to the negative 1/3. Well, the first thing is I don't like that negative exponent, so I'm going to flip the base. So it's going to be 27 over 1, which is 27, and then I would lose the negative, so then it's raised to the 1/3 power. Now, at this point, if you're getting good at this, what number multiplied together 3 times gives me 27? If you're not sure, you could say the cubed root of 27, and then hopefully you're realizing after you write that, what number multiplied 3 times gives me 27? It is 3. Here's a couple more examples. 125 to the 2/3. Well, what number multiplied together 3 times gives me 125? 5. 5 squared will be 25. Let's verify it. So here we go. So I would have had 125 to the 1/3 power squared, which is the cubed root of 125 squared. And the cubed root of 125 is 5. And then I have the square, which gives me 25. All right, so we're going to do a few more. Here's the next one. This one is 625 raised to the 1/4 power. All right, in this example, I'm going to have the 4th root of 625. So what number multiplied together 4 times gives me 625? 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 more is 125, times 5 more is 625. Here, give this one a try. 81 to the negative 1/4. So what that would be saying is I want to get rid of the negative. So I would have 1 over 81 to the 1/4. I really have 81 over 1 here. And then what I can do is I can think about it like this. What is the 4th root of 1 over the 4th root of 81? 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. And what number multiplied together 4 times gives me 81? 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. So 1/3. Couple more examples, just put them up here. What if I did 64 to the 2/3? Well, think about what number multiplied together 3 times gives me 64. 4 is the answer. 4 squared is 64. Let's write it out. So really what I have is the cubed root of 64 squared. I'm skipping a step there for you. Well, what is the cubed root of 64? Is 4, which gives me 16. And here's the last example. What about 27 over 8 and that to the negative 1/3? Okay, so first I look at that and I want to get rid of the negative. So I'm going to flip inside for the base and do the positive 1/3. So now what I'm asking myself is this, 8 to the 1/3. What number multiplied together 3 times gives me 8? Or the cubed root of 8 over the cubed root of 27. So the cubed root of 8 is 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. Divide that by the cubed root of 27 is 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. So I would get 2/3. So hopefully this helps you understand when you have negative exponents and when you have fractional exponents, what you need to do with them.